Hi guys, I'm Meg. Welcome back in. It's good to see you here. I'm back for another video and doing something a little different. Today is a daily dose of hope and wisdom that I've gathered up on my life experience. Really, the content I want to share with you guys is rooted in hope and how it is so intrinsic to our being to follow our hearts and actually believe in our path and what we're doing each day. So as I try my best to put together more content for you guys, today I thought it would be fun to start with just 3 of the things that I wish I would have known 5 years ago when I started working for myself. 5 years ago, which is a little scary, but these 3 tips, I wish that I could have known the future version, like the today version of me, to be able to understand some of the things that I feel like I struggled with and I just wanted to share with you. And I want to share my light as best I can, and I know that this is part of my path. So without further ado, let's get started. Number 1, I think that oftentimes we are in our own way. And what I mean by that is we are stuck in our own head and the rhetoric and stories that we tell ourselves, perhaps from experiences that didn't turn out the way we thought they would, or maybe we fell short of a goal and we felt really frustrated and really like just starting to feel a little bit helpless. But I will tell you that I know for me, I'm constantly surprised by other people that just come out of the woodworks and compliment me on like my work ethic or my attitude or little things that I secretly probably beat myself up over. But sometimes we just need to get out of our own way and allow ourselves to do what feels really right, like in our core. So for example, if you are in a job that doesn't feel aligned with you, or you are in a relationship that feels off, or just like it's not supporting your best and highest good, it's time to pull the veil away, guys, and really allow yourself to get out of your own way. Like, we have intuition that has come over the course of our life. It's obviously different, and it's some practice it more than others, right? Some people are just naturally more inclined to have intuition. I think with daily rituals and mindfulness practices, we have a higher propensity to really tap into what our higher selves are telling us. But I think oftentimes we look in the mirror after an experience where we may have gotten burned and say, I knew that that didn't feel right, or I just felt like something was off. And I think I just really encourage myself always and all of us to really listen to that intuition within yourself and just trust that even though what you're doing or a step that you're taking might not necessarily feel like what you think other people would want you to be doing, or that they'll be surprised at your path or something, it doesn't matter. Just remember that there's no wrong path. And one of the ways I really encourage people to tap into their higher selves is by writing. Writing down your thoughts and feelings. Start out by journal exercises in the morning. It's something that I started doing 3 years ago, and now I really crave it. And I look back and I read or I reflect even months prior sometimes to see how much has matriculated that, I've put my mind to, or things that I want to release that are no longer an issue in my life. So journaling's always a really good tip for that. Number 2, it doesn't matter what anyone else thinks. We are in this social media comparison world that is so lethal and toxic. And we all compare ourselves to where people are in their journey, or I feel behind, or why didn't that happen for me yet? Or if I go down this new path and I, pursue this new relationship, or I transition into a new career, like, are people gonna judge me? Or will they think I'm a failure? Or will they just think that doesn't seem like something I would do? Guys, as highly evolved beings that change and grow and literally are breathing new life each day, just give yourself a break and honestly don't listen to what other people say and about your own path or the way that you are moving forward on it. And I don't mean to say that you don't talk to people and sometimes seek advice. Of course, that's natural and healthy. And especially with our loved ones and our partners, like we want to share that information. But if you are in a place where you're really looking to pivot, I would try your best to just focus on the task at hand and try to just like use an eraser to erase all of the noise of the what ifs and what are people going to think, or oh my gosh, I moved to this place and I don't know, and there's no, again, right or wrong answer, and there's really no control over what our lives are going to bring. I think we all could say that our lives are what they are, and we all will do ourselves a service if we actually enjoy the life we have instead of kind of lamenting about the life that we thought we would have, or if we thought it would be different, and just focusing on being present and thankful and gratitude for what we have today. So number one, just to touch on it, is to get out of your own way and to just really truly honor those feelings, and really that rooting of, as you continue to ramp up your mindfulness practice, things will start to become light bulb moments, and you will know, and you'll write it down, and you'll understand yourself on a much more deep level. And number two, don't compare yourself, or really don't, I guess, ask for unwanted advice or try to appease other people. Like, you're living your life. You are the main character and the star of your own life, and you are a star. We are all stars. There are not two stars that are the same, and we're all in this massive, amazing galaxy. We have uniqueness and beautiful gifts to share. And the sooner you get out of your own head about sharing and, oh my gosh, like, what if I fail? What if you do fail? Usually the best things come after we fail. And I say that too, guys, and here I am on YouTube, and this has been a fear of mine, sharing my wisdom and my voice, and knowing that my path is to instill hope and wisdom and peace in other people. And me getting on here repeatedly week after week, and I'm starting to really get excited about it, is just part of what I'm saying right now. I'm getting out of my own head. I'm not going to worry about people and my coworkers or anyone that wonders why I'm putting videos on YouTube. It doesn't matter, because I feel like my light is meant to be shared, and that's enough. And guess what, guys? Most people really inherently do have the goodness within themselves. They want the best for themselves and for others, but mostly they're just trying to figure their own stuff out. So it's kind of like, if we all mind our own business, our spiritual business, all the business, and we come from this place of like ruthless compassion, we can champion one another and root each other on to really spread and share the joy of the gifts that each of us are meant to in this lifetime. I can't stress it anymore. I think I'm trying to take my own advice, and this is really helping to just reiterate it to you guys. The third thing I would say is know that we're works in progress. Like, even if you make a choice, for example, I made a choice at the beginning of 2022 that I really wanted to work with clients outside of California, different brands, and I just had it on my manifestation board, and it just sounded great. Like, hey, I have clients in California. Wouldn't it be really cool to like expand? And I'm such a worldly Sagittarius, and I love to work with different people and cultures and in different locations. It all is very aligned with me. But guess what, guys? Then I started working so much on the East Coast and so much not near where I'm living that I started feeling a little off balance, and that's okay. So now I'm sort of fine-tuning what I thought was a decision that I really wanted to make. And we're always sort of, you know, it's almost like carving away like a statue. Like, everything is very calculated in certain ways, but we can go through and we can refine and we can make different changes, and just know that you're not making a big mistake if you change course. And actually, that's something to celebrate. It's really amazing to say, hey, I decided that I thought it would be a really good idea to expand, and now I just want to be at home more. Or guess what? Your life changes. You're in a serious relationship, or you have a dog, or you want to be closer to a parent that may need your help. Whatever the case may be, things change. And I think if we all could embrace the idea that everything in life changes, it's the only constant. So if we really adopt that mindset and we go through our days and we know, like, okay, this is sort of a rough map of what I'd like to do. And, you know, everybody has different programs or ways that they manage their time. Like for me, I like to write monthly goals, and then I write weekly goals. And I love to see, sometimes I try to get really aggressive with too many, but I've learned that it's much better to just stick with like 2 or 3 that are much more doable. And I think we can't put so much on our shoulders at all times because we're human. So those are my tactics that I think are super helpful. Number 1, just to reiterate, it's okay to get out of your own way. Try journaling, try accessing more quiet time and reflective time so that you can truly understand what at a core, your core being level, what you need and what you want. Number 2, don't compare yourself in this age of social media, and don't worry what other people think. People are just minding their own business and trying to figure out their own path. And if anything, the most beautiful part, you guys, is sometimes the person you thought that may criticize you for doing something could become your biggest fan, or they'll say, God, you really inspired me. I've always wanted to move to the beach. Like, I should do that. So you just never know. Just being your authentic self. And again, we all have unique gifts that are meant to be shared. So guys, the last thing, of course, is that everything is evolving and changing, and that's okay. That's expected, and it's actually really healthy. So just know there's never a time where you're gonna fall behind or be late or not be on time. Like, we all are on this map of divine timing, and if the more that you cultivate that trust within yourself and your intuition, you're never gonna doubt it. So that's my tidbits that I wish I would have known, my former self would have known my future self, and just some wisdom that I wanted to share with any other entrepreneurs. And keep doing what you're doing, and I will see you soon for another video. Please feel free to share, to like, subscribe, drop me a comment. You can hop over to Instagram. I'm trying to start posting more reels there too, at O'Brien Megan. And I look forward to seeing you guys soon. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye.